You've seen the claims. This penny is worth $1 million. This quarter can make you rich overnight. But is it true? The truth is, most of it is completely fake. Exaggerated prices, misleading hype. That's what we're here to expose. Welcome to Rare Coin Collecting. We reveal the real value, real history, and true rarity of coins that actually matter. From wheat pennies to rare state quarters. We cover it all with facts, not fiction. We explore coins in detailed series, one country at a time. And right now, we're focused on rare US coins. Subscribe now and discover the truth behind the coins.
You've probably seen the Oregon State Quarter in your change in the sweeping view of Crater Lake, deep blue waters and forested cliffs. But then you hear someone say, the Oregon Quarter can be worth hundreds, even thousands. And just like that, you're checking every quarter you have. The truth? While most are worth face value, certain Oregon quarters, especially the San Francisco, mince-clad proof versions, can be surprisingly valuable under the right conditions. Let's start with the hype. The State Quarters program sparked one of the biggest collecting crazes in U.S. history. From 1999 to 2008, each state got its own design, and millions of Americans began pulling quarters from circulation. But here's the catch. The most valuable pieces were never meant to circulate. The San Francisco Mint struck special proof quarters for collectors, and among them, the clad proofs with an S mint mark are the ones that sometimes cause confusion and excitement. Now, Oregon's quarter was released in 2005. As part of the 6th year of the program, its reverse design features Crater Lake National Park, the deepest lake in the United States, framed by Watchman Peak and Wizard Island. It's one of the most visually striking state quarters, and that's part of why collectors love it. The San Francisco Mint struck 3,960 clad-proof Oregon quarters that year. Proofs are made using specially polished dies and planchets, giving them mirror-like fields and frosted details. They were sold in collector sets, not released into circulation. So if you find one in your pocket change, it likely got there by accident, and then that's already special. So what makes an Oregon S-clad proof valuable? It all comes down to condition and cameo contrast. Coins graded PR70 deep cameo, absolute perfection under magnification, can bring in far more than you'd expect. Most proofs, even beautiful ones, will grade PR69, which is still near flawless but worth less. The difference between PR69 and PR70 in the marketplace can be huge, because perfection is rare, even for proof coins. There's also the matter of varieties and errors. While not common, some Oregon proof quarters have been found with striking errors, like missing clad layers or die gouges, that can significantly increase value. These are the pieces that sometimes show up in auction headlines. If you're hunting for one, your best bet isn't pocket change. It's sealed proof sets from 2005. You can find them at estate sales, coin shows, online marketplaces, or even tucked away in a relative's desk drawer. And if you do find one raw that looks flawless, don't handle it with bare hands. Oils from your skin can cause permanent spotting. Always hold proofs by the edges, or better yet, leave them in their original packaging. Selling a high-grade proof Oregon quarter, you'll want to have it certified by PCGS or NGC. A PR70 deep cameo label from either grading service can dramatically increase buyer confidence and final price. Once graded, you can list it with auction houses like Heritage or Great Collections, where serious collectors search for registry-quality coins to complete their sets. And here's the final word. While most Oregon S-clad proof quarters won't make you rich, the perfect ones, especially with strong cameo contrast, are worth far more than face value. The thrill is in finding that one flawless example that stands above the rest. At Rare Coin Collecting, we bring you the truth behind coins like the Oregon Quarter. No hype, no clickbait, just real history, collector insight, and value factors that actually matter. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, and then you're serious about knowing what really matters, then this channel is made for you. Subscribe now, because we're just getting started. You might think all state quarters are worth 25 cents. But when you hear someone say, the Oregon silver quarter can be worth hundreds in perfect condition, it makes you wonder if you've been overlooking something valuable in your own collection. The truth? While most are not life-changing treasures, the 2005 silver-proof Oregon quarter has a real collector market, and in the right grade, it can absolutely command impressive prices. Let's start with the hype. The Oregon State Quarter, part of the wildly popular U.S. Mint State Quarters program, was released in 2005 featuring the breathtaking Crater Lake National Park. It shows Watchman Peak, Wizard Island, and those famously deep blue waters, the deepest lake in the United States. But not all Oregon quarters are the same. The most valuable are the silver-proof versions, made at the San Francisco Mint. For collectors, not for circulation. The San Francisco Mint struck 178,649 silver-proof Oregon quarters in 2005. Unlike regular clad coins, these proofs were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 6.25 grams. They were sold in special silver-proof sets never intended to end up in pocket change. So if you find one in circulation, that's already an unusual and lucky discovery. What makes these silver proofs different isn't just the metal content, it's the way they were struck. Proof coins are made using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, giving them mirror-like fields and frosted designs. The difference is obvious when you see one. The design pops, the fields are deeply reflective, and the details are razor-sharp. So where does the value come in? Condition, cameo, contrast, and grade. The top examples, graded PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS or NGC, can sell for many times their silver melt value. Even one grade lower, PR69 Deep Cameo, is still beautiful but much more affordable. Registry set collectors. People who compete to have the finest graded sets in the world are willing to pay a premium for that perfect PR70 label. There are also rare errors that can boost the price. Missing clad layer doesn't apply here because it's solid silver, but you can find strike-throughs, die chips, and other proof striking anomalies. These are extremely scarce on proofs but can be big draws at auction when they appear. If you're looking for one, the most reliable source is still the original 2005 silver proof set from the U.S. Mint. These often turn up at estate sales, coin shows, and online marketplaces. But beware. Silver proofs can tone or develop spots over time if not stored properly, which can hurt the grade. If you find one raw that looks perfect, don't handle it with bare fingers. Keep it in its original mint packaging or have it certified before it's touched again. Selling one of these? First, check recent auction prices for the exact grade you have. If your coin is a flawless PR70 Deep Cameo, professional grading is almost always worth it. Once certified, you can list it with heritage auctions, great collections, or a trusted eBay seller specializing in modern proof coins. The silver content alone gives these coins intrinsic value, roughly a few dollars in melt, but the numismatic premium is where the real money is. In top grade, you're not just selling a silver quarter, you're selling a piece of a perfect set that another collector needs. At Rare Coin Collecting, we bring you the truth behind coins like the Oregon Silver Quarter. No hype, no clickbait, just the real facts that matter to collectors and investors. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, and you're serious about knowing what really matters, then this channel is made for you. Subscribe now because we're just getting started. They say some quarters from Oregon can be worth a fortune. You've probably seen headlines or social media posts claiming that the Oregon State quarter from the Philadelphia Mint could make you rich overnight. But before you rush to empty your change jar, let's get real, because here on Rare Coin Collecting, we uncover the truth behind the hype. And when it comes to the 2005 Oregon P State Quarter, there's a fascinating story and some valuable surprises hiding in plain sight. Now, this quarter was part of the legendary US 50 State Quarters program, a program that ran from 1999 to 2008 and captured the hearts of millions. The Oregon design is stunning. On the reverse, you see the majestic Crater Lake National Park, with Wizard Island rising out of its deep blue waters, framed by tall pines and rugged cliffs. The design alone makes it a favorite among collectors. But there's far more to the story. Let's rewind to the basics. This is the 2005 P. Oregon State Quarter, P, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In that year, the Philadelphia Mint produced an incredible 316 to 200,000 circulation strike quarters for Oregon. That's hundreds of millions. So yes, most are common. But here's where the plot thickens. Within that massive mintage, rare high-grade coins and certain error varieties are worth way more than face value. For example, top-graded examples in MS-68 have sold for staggering prices at auction. The highest recorded public sale for an Oregon P in MS-68 fetched over $2,090. That's right, a modern quarter that originally cost 25 cents, selling for thousands because of condition alone. So what makes an Oregon P worth big money? It all comes down to condition, rarity and high grade, and errors. You see, in everyday circulation, coins get scratched, worn, and dinged. But a flawless coin, sharp details, brilliant luster, no contact marks, and is a treasure. That's why professional grading from companies like PCGS or NGC can make all the difference. Now let's talk about errors. The real wild cards in coin collecting. The Oregon P is known for several types. Cracks and cuds, raised metal lines or blobs from breaks in the die. Clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing due to a blank cutting error. Off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably misaligned. Double dies, where certain parts of the lettering or image appear doubled, especially in the date or state name. Some of these error coins have brought in hundreds of dollars at auction, even in circulated condition. Now let's address the buying and selling process. If you think you've found a valuable Oregon P quarter, the first step is to inspect it carefully, ideally with a 10x jeweler's loupe. If it's in pristine condition or has an unusual error, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. This gives you credibility when selling. You can sell through reputable coin auctions, coin shows, or trusted online platforms like Great Collections and Heritage Auctions. If you're buying, always research current market trends, stick to reputable dealers, and whenever possible, buy coins already graded by trusted companies. Watch for fakes, yes. Even modern state quarters have been counterfeited in precious metals. And now, a word on cleaning. This is where many beginners make a fatal mistake. Never use harsh chemicals, metal polish, or abrasive cloths on your coins. Cleaning can destroy numismatic value instantly. If you must remove dirt, use only mild soap, distilled water, and gentle patting, never rubbing. And honestly, in most cases, it's better to leave the coin exactly as found. Collectors prize originality over artificial shine. The Oregon P State Quarter might not be a guaranteed jackpot, but it's a perfect example of how knowledge turns an ordinary-looking coin into something extraordinary. Out of 316 million struck, only a tiny fraction remain in top grades or with collectible errors, and those are the ones that bring serious money. So the next time you see that beautiful image of Crater Lake on a quarter, remember, while most are worth just 25 cents, a select few can command thousands, and spotting one takes patience, knowledge, and a sharp eye. This is rare coin collecting, where we separate fact from fiction and give you the real tools to succeed in numismatics. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, and you want to truly understand what matters in the coin market, no hype, no clickbait, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of serious collectors. People online are saying the Oregon D State Quarter can make you rich overnight. Some even claim this coin is sold for staggering amounts that would blow your mind. But the truth is, those viral posts are only telling you half the story. And if you don't know the real facts, you might either throw away a fortune or waste your time chasing a coin that will never bring you the payday you're dreaming about. Let's start with the basics. The Oregon State Quarter was released in 2005 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This particular design honors Oregon's breathtaking Crater Lake National Park and a deep, crystal blue lake formed inside a collapsed volcano thousands of years ago. The reverse features Wizard Island and the surrounding cliffs, making it one of the most scenic and artistic quarters in the entire series. Now, the D Mint mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint. And here's where the numbers matter. The Denver Mint produced 404,000 of these quarters in 2005. Yes, you heard that right. Over 404 million. With numbers that high, most Oregon D quarters you find in change are worth exactly face. Value 25 cents. But there's a twist, and this is what most people miss. When you dig deeper, certain factors can make this ordinary-looking coin highly valuable to collectors. First, condition is everything. If your Oregon D quarter is in circulation, has scratches, dings, or wear, it's not going to attract big money. But in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the value can shoot up dramatically. Second, we have errors and varieties. Some Oregon D quarters left the mint with striking mistakes that can make them extremely desirable. Look out for off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, or coins struck on the wrong planche. These are rare, but when they surface in top condition, they can sell for hundreds or even thousands at auction. Speaking of auctions, the highest recorded sale for an Oregon D-State quarter was for a stunning MS69 example, which went for $449, that's right. Not tens of thousands, but still an incredible jump from face value for a single quarter. And if that coin had a major error, the number could have been much higher. Now let's talk about selling. If you think you have a valuable Oregon D quarter, don't rush to spend it or sell it to the first buyer you see online. Step 1. Check its condition under good lighting. Is it uncirculated? Or does it have visible wear? Step 2. Look closely for errors using a magnifying glass. Step 3. If it looks promising, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. This grading protects its authenticity and can make serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. When it comes to selling, you've got options. Online marketplaces like eBay are good for reaching a wide audience. But be prepared for listing fees and competition. Coin shows and local coin dealers can also be great, especially if you want quick payment. But make sure you know your coin's real value before you walk in. And a word of caution: never clean your coin to make it look better. Cleaning can destroy its natural luster, leave micro scratches, and cut its value in half or worse. Collectors want coins in their original untouched state. If yours is dirty, leave it alone. So is the Oregon D-State quarter a ticket to instant riches? Not for most people, but in top condition or with a rare error, it can definitely put a nice chunk of change in your pocket. The key is knowing exactly what to look for and avoiding the hype that floods social media. At Rare Coin Collecting, we're here to give you the real story on coins. No myths, no clickbait, just expert numismatic knowledge. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because we've already covered dozens of other state quarters and we're not stopping anytime soon. Now imagine what could be sitting in your pocket change right now. Would you even recognize it if it was worth hundreds? That's exactly why you need to stick with us, because the next coin we reveal might just be the one that changes everything.